Oh my gosh. The first one is so sweet. I love this card. It's the Six of Cups. It represents the water signs. That's you, Scorpio. And it's facing this King of Wands. Look how they're facing each other. Wow, my initial feeling is how sweet. And then my other feeling is, look how he looks like to me, being a guardian, making sure that the children are playing and receiving love. Interesting. So normally this card represents childhood memories. It can represent being around children, young children, and their playfulness and their creativity and just the love that they share with us. And if they are your childhood memories and you love them and they were great, and then you might be remembering them. If they weren't so wonderful, it might be that too, and you've been processing and going backwards and thinking how you could move forward from those like limiting beliefs that we learn from the age of 4 to 7. That's when we learn them. When someone says, oh, you're in the way, or yada yada, someone of a higher authority, and then we take on a limiting belief. So I'm just going into 2 scenarios here, Scorpio. It could be either or. You remembering happy childhood, or if it wasn't, then you're thinking about that too. But I feel like this King of Wands, who would represent a fire sign, which would be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, is an important person to your growth and well-being. Just the way these 2 cards are facing, this is a valuable person in your life, or who has been in your life. Now, this could be someone you've looked up to in the past. It could be a professor in college, or a teacher in high school, or even younger, or it could be a mentor you have, possibly someone you want to emulate that's famous, and you see their success in what they do, like they have an online company and they're selling certain products. Maybe they're selling computer parts or candles, or, they're holistic. It doesn't matter. It just feels like they are an inspiration to you. Now, if any of you say, you know what, I know one of those fire signs and I'm close to them and I don't like them, then, well, that could be. But I'm asking you, I think, Scorpio, to look into your heart and see if they're not a fire sign, who has this passion and this love to want to help you grow as a spirit, as a human. Okay? Because this is so enmeshed right here. It's sort of entangled in a good way. I'm feeling like it could have been a parent, but just saying. Okay. Wow, we have 2 very simple artistic cards here, art cards here for February, don't we? We have the 5 of Cups, another cup card, right under the 6. We have the 5, and then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Wow, what is going on here? This is like real simple and then easy backgrounds. Okay, so this card represents to me, I will tell you, I hope none of you get offended because it's come up in every spread or every astrological sign that I've ever done. I've been doing these for several years now, so it's called the stinking thinking card in my mind, because this person is focused on these 3 cups that are lying down, which are, the negative aspects of life. And here there's, can you see that? Here there's 2 cups that are standing up straight and can be fulfilling for you. This is facing to the left, and to me that seems like the past. So it may be that you've done that, or that you do that from time to time, or it could be about this childhood stuff. Looking at the past, interesting, or looking at things, how they were. It sometimes represents relationships that fall apart, and you're like, well, I don't know what I didn't do right, or, and continuing to brew over that same thing, those same losses, whether it's relationship, money, a job, whatever it is. It's like, it's over, it's done with. Look at the positive side of life. Right? Interesting. These 2 sort of correlate. And then we have here the Four of Pentacles. And usually this card represents to me a watching of your money. Some people call it the miserly card because, as you can see, he has these pentacles all within his little aura here, holding his money close to his vest. You may have felt like people have been asking you for money, or if it's been too much and you've been thinking you're asking more than I have, or you have some repair work done on your car, or your house, and you're feeling like they're asking quite a bit for what you're wanting to do. And it means holding on to the bottom line. The other part of this card that it can represent are financial opportunities. I know they're completely different, but it's a truism, might I say. And I get that when I look at these townships and cities on both sides of him. It's almost like there's an opportunity to grow, to expand your money. So hopefully, for some of you all, that will be the case. And it falls under this wand card, so it might be too. Y'all leave it in the comments if this fire sign has anything to do with if it is growth and money expansion, mentorship. You have 2 cup cards. Interesting. Okay, so you are the water sign, one of the water signs. Let's look at the third card here. We didn't do that. Okay, so the Eight of Swords. All right. So you're really not tied up, are you? You're physically not tied up. I mean, for the most part. This card I have to say, has come up in 2 other readings this particular series. So there's something about people feeling like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready to move forward. I don't know how to get out of this mess. I don't know how to see things clearly. Or maybe you're wanting to make a decision and you're not real sure if, it could be as simple as buying or getting a dog, or it can be buying a house, or it can be a relationship or changing jobs. But if you could take these blinders off and look up, I feel like that there is some opportunity for you for growth. I continue to feel that for you. All right. Okay. So we need to look at the transition card here. Sorry about that little rock of the. What is the transition card for Scorpio? I felt like it was going to be a positive card. And this is the Star card. This card has also come up twice. So while some of us in the universe, on the planet, feel like, oh, what do I need to do? I don't know. My thinking needs to become more clear. She has this castle in the background. Well, this card that transitions from one month to the other, or this sort of what crowns your reading, is the Star card. You have everything in you need, Scorpio. The stars are aligned in your favor. She has her foot in the water, one foot on the ground, so she's grounded. She's seeing the flow of life. Her angels, her guides, her spirit guides are around her, giving her those messages and insights. So it's whatever's going on with you, I'm feeling like there is movement, more than you even know. More than you even know. That's the fun part of life, isn't it? My, oh my, how we just have to be patient sometime. And the Temperance card didn't come up, but this Major Arcana Star card is a very auspicious card. So I'm happy to see it for you, Scorpio. Okay, I'm going to look into my crystal and see what comes up for Scorpio from January 15th. And I'm going to say to February 14th, because that is mid-month for February, is it not? And the first thing I see is a lot of green. And green represents several things to me. It can represent the heart chakra, love, of course. It can represent healing. Well, let's say 4 things. Love, healing. Some countries come up. Ireland, Scotland. I'm just saying. In some readings it does. And then the other thing can be money. So for you all, okay, I'm looking at what else is coming up. The solar chakra, the the one in the stomach, which has to do with owning our inner power and emotions. And then a lot of purple. Okay, so there's a lot going on with you all. A lot of violet. Any of you all that are interested in your third eye and using that intuition, using that clairvoyancy. Clairvoyancy means the seeing in your third eye, in your mind's eye, visions. This violet is really coming out strong. Just saying. Let's see what else comes up for Scorpio. Sun, moon, or rising. Well, I feel like some of you all are seeing life both sides. It's like you see the positive that's coming and you know it's there, or you're living in the positive right now. And then sometimes you relax on into, where is it? This particular way. And maybe that's a way for you to feed your emotions or to understand where you have been so that you don't want to go there again, so that you can move forward. It's important sometimes for us to see what doesn't work in order to know what does work. Sometimes that has to come first. Okay, anything else for Scorpio? A lot of signs I've seen a totem animal, so I'm seeing what comes up for Scorpio. This looks like a long neck bird. Let me look again because it's. Hold on. Okay. It could be, this came up for one other sign, and it's not quite as clear because it feels like a mirage. It feels like a pelican was one of the, it feels like a dolphin is another. I'm seeing also yellow canaries, just saying. So we have 2 water and 1 air. Okay, so if any of those animals, mammals mean anything to you, and I also am seeing, so I'm seeing both the ground with rocks and mushrooms growing, from the ground, and then I'm also seeing sea life. So that feels to me like, I said a minute ago, I think some of you are seeing the positive side of life. And then sometimes you'll say, oh, well, that didn't work out, but then you'll keep going forward. So it kind of felt like that marine and earth was showing us both sides of the card, or two sides of the card. Let me just put it that way. Okay, anything else for Scorpio? Some of you are interested in moving into possibly a downtown area where there is a condo, a tall building. I feel like some of you want to be high up, like on the 10th, 11th floor, and you'd like to view your city. So if you're thinking about doing that, I feel like you're saving your money for it, or you're looking at some of it. They're either apartments, condos that you can purchase or rent. I feel like some of you have been doing that. Won't apply to everyone, but just saying. Okay, let's go ahead and add up the cards. We have 6, 7, all the cards are 1. 6, 7, and 5 is 12. And 12 and 8 is 20. And 20 and 17 is 37. 37 and 4 is 41. Okay, so 4 and 1 is 5. And I haven't had this number for any of the signs yet. Wow, I'm loving it. 5 is about experiencing life. It's about feeling unrestricted, freedom, playfulness. If you're a 5 life path, or if you're born on the 5th or the 23rd, you're one thing, a very sensual person. The other thing too is you love to travel. So I'm getting a sense of either you're wanting to travel, or you're wanting to explore your mind or explore your community. It may be, like I said, it may be metaphysical, like exploring the mind, mediumship, channeling, third eye, or it could be traveling. It's just exploring. It comes up big time for you. All right. Excuse me. And then, what is the 5? And I believe it's not the Empress. It is hold on. It's the Hierophant card. Well, I was just saying how you're possibly maybe wanting to look into metaphysical, and the Hierophant to me reminds me of it. It's a very esoteric card, very spiritual card. Um, it's like a collection of people that are in meditation or study or research or contemplation, questioning, sharing of findings to the rest of the group for the benefit of all. So it may be that if you are taking a intuitive class or a channeling class or mediumship, that could be a lot of fun for you. It can have to do with religious concepts or spiritual concepts, and you're expanding that as well. But just saying, a very interesting card to come with this particular reading.